Okay, I've talked about marketing being an investment, not an expense. And there's a concept called the unlimited marketing budget calculator, which basically says that if you my example you probably heard before, but if I went to the bank and gave them $100 and they gave me 120 or 150 back, how many times would I go to the bank? I'd go there as many times as I could. Same thing's true of marketing. It's very important that we track and measure and test everything we do in marketing, and that we make sure the things that work we do more of them, and the things that don't work we don't invest any more money in them. Now, many reasons for things not working. You have to be persistent. You have to change things, adjust things. It's an art in many ways. But the point is that marketing should be looked at as an investment. And if I'm getting more back than I'm putting into it, more profits back than the cost of doing it, then I want to keep doing that thing. So this is just a little calculator you can use to look at marketing as an investment. There's a plan over here for the marketing investment. How much do I plan to spend monthly? Looking at my Marcom plan, what do I plan to spend monthly in my Marcom plan? Then the cost per lead. From things I've done in the past, I should have an idea of what I spent in the past and how many leads I generated. So in this case, it's $200 is your plan. Let's say that in the past it's costing you $50. And so leads acquired, in other words, the number of leads annually acquired through an investment in these marketing strategies. So let's say that we plan on generating 50 leads through these efforts. So this is leads acquired, meaning what percentage of leads are acquired will you convert into sales conversations. So really getting to the point where you can start having conversations with these people. In this case, let's say 70% of the leads that we generate, we start nurturing, and we're finally able to talk to them face to face. Phone appointments kept. So these are phone appointments that we've set up. We think 70% of the people, leads that we generate, that we'll be able to set up appointments with, that those phone appointments, let's say that 80% of them will be kept. The quality face-to-face conversations that I have of those 80 would be 50%. So let's say that of those 80 phone appointments that were kept, then I had maybe 60% of those were quality conversations, and I walked away from there with a follow-up. I had the face-to-face call and talk. Then that gave me 25% of those end up being face-to-face, will convert into clients. So I got 12 clients from the original 50 I acquired in leads. Acquisition cost per client, in this case, was $167. So those 12 clients cost me $167. The average monthly billing per client, this is really kind of a billing or what the order value is. So let's say we sell things and on the average our order value is $2,500. Number of transactions per client over the lifetime value of the client. So let's say that our average client buys from us 4 times a year, and they usually stay around for 5 years. So that's 4 times is 10,000 times 5. That's $50,000. Oh no, anyway, sorry. That would be 4 times a year over 5 years would be 20 transactions with that client over the lifetime value of that client. A gross profit on those items, let's say that our gross profit is 50% gross margin. The total profit then we would make over the lifetime of those clients would be $300,000 or a rate of return of 15,000%. So you can see how this works. You can do a lot of what ifs with it, but it does give you the ability to start looking at marketing as an investment. And what is the return on my investment? Now, to be able to keep track of this, you've got to measure. You got to have people asking anybody that's new, how did you hear about us? You got to be keeping track of what's working and what's not. How many leads are we generating? How many leads do we have in our nurturing database? How many of those leads are we actually having quality conversations with over a period of time? How many are closing? Because you may have talked to somebody or generated the lead a year ago, and it may just now be converting over to the fact where you're having face-to-face conversations and actually selling them something. So It's just a calculator you can use to do what ifs, but it puts you in that frame of mind that marketing is an investment. And I need to measure and track what works and do more of what works. And how much am I getting as a return on that investment in marketing?